Okay, I'll call the meeting to order for the county board. Cell phones, please, if you have any along, would you make sure they're silenced or set so they don't disturb the meeting? Next, I want to be silent meditation and pledge allegiance. And I'd like you to please remember our veterans, since Veterans Day fell in between meetings here, and all of our members in the protective services. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yep. And if you look around, we do have kind of a small crowd today. I see Devin Crejon is not here. Dick Olson is excused. Sandy Stanky is on the phone calling in, but I see we have no Deb or Nafki or Bill Swatala, so kind of a limited crew today apparently. With that, we'll move on then to approval of the minutes from the October 28th, 2020 meeting. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Marvin Klosterman, seconded by Gene Hoppy. Is there any questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, we can do this by acclamation then. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That's right, we're gonna have to always wait a second for Sandy. Opposed? Same sign. Motion carried. Public comment. Is there anyone in the back from the public that would wish to speak? Okay, seeing none, we will move right along. Number 5, motion to deviate from the order of the agenda if necessary. Motion by Randy Young, seconded by Kevin Conrad. No questions or comments. We can do this by acclamation. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. I don't have a whole lot for the chairman's report today. I was just going to run through. We have some kind of key people that are missing. And so you got a little idea what's going on. As far as for Brent's replacement, we looked at the applications that we had. And right now, the executive committee thought we had 3 good candidates. So we're gonna interview on Thursday, December 3rd. And if we select and think we have the right fit and we select an individual out of there, it'll still take a little time before they would be here and be on board. So hopefully maybe by the end of January, we'll have everything cleaned up and running smooth again. They had interviews, I believe it was last Monday, for the health department. And I was talking to Randy before the meeting. They kind of had a tie. They're down between 2 people, but I would think right shortly they'll have that ironed out and we'll have a new department head there also. Okay, and if most of you know Jess, she is sitting way in the back corner. She is now our temporary, well, I don't know how the PD&Z exactly did it, our interim director to see how things work out for the PD&Z department. And they're kind of taking it day by day as they go because they didn't find any of the candidates that they were hoping for that would have replaced Andy, that would have also had like the POUTS licenses that you need and the inspector's license and that. And then they decided they're going to try it this route because the main thing Jess is going to be taking over would be the, I would say like the administrative end of things anyway, and the personnel part within that department. And on Wednesday, December 9th, it'll be on the agenda for the executive committee. We're going to go over the job description and I'll talk about it with the rest of the committee. We'll possibly appoint interim director for tech services for the IT department. And we want to go through the job description because there are some things in there right now that are obsolete. And with the timing, the way it worked out, we didn't have enough time to get it run through and get it on the agenda for our last executive committee meeting. And after we get that all set up, then we plan to, well, I would assume we'll post it and take applications and then see what we get for talent that's interested in that position. Other than that, that's about all I have for the chairman's report. With that, are there any petitions, Pam?
No, there aren't.
Okay, no petitions. We are then on to item number 8, resolution number 46-20.
Thanking Dr. Kevin Culhane for his about 10 years of service to the residents of Shawano County. Now therefore be it resolved by the Shawano County Board of Supervisors in session this 18th day of November 2020 that the Shawano County Board of Health publicly thanks Dr. Kevin Culhane for his approximately 10 years of service to the residents of Shawano County, submitted by the Board of Health and Veterans Service Committee.
Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Kimberly Leffel, seconded by Randy Young. Dr. Culhane is not able to attend today. Pam is going to mail him the appropriate material. You wish to comment, Randy?
Yeah, I would.
Should be. You're blinking. Try it again.
Okay. Others I can just talk loud. On behalf of the Health and Veterans Services Committee, we'd like to thank Dr. Culhane for all his help over the last 10 years. We will definitely miss his input. But we do have another doctor on the committee now, so we're moving forward.
Okay, sounds good. Are there any other questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, then if you are in favor of resolution 46-20, thanking Dr. Culhane for his service, you would vote yes. If not, you would vote no. Oh, is that what it's waiting on? Okay, I guess we'll have to have Sandy just vote. Can you vote over the phone, Sandy? I do. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, everybody else can vote on their tablets. I'll just ask, I'll always say that for Sandy. She can say aye or any opposed? Okay. Okay, vote is 23 yes, 0 no, 4 absent. So the resolution has passed. And you have noted Deb's here now? Yep.
Yes, she apparently.
Oh, she was in time for the vote. Okay, good deal. You didn't miss nothing, Deb. Okay. Resolution number 47-20, Pam.
To adopt a revision to the invasive species strategic management plan for Shawano County. Now therefore be it resolved by the Shawano County Board of Supervisors in session this 18th day of November 2020 that it adopts the revised Shawano County invasive species strategic management plan on file at the Shawano County Clerk's Office, submitted by the Land Conservation Committee.
Motion to approve would be in order. Motion by Mark Boland, seconded by Joe Miller. Would you like to come up, Scott, or I believe you're the chairman, Arlen, for that committee, or do you want to speak or just have Scott come up?
I'll have Scott come up. I don't think anybody wants to go through that whole book.
All right, yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So the cover letter for the document explains pretty much what our expectations were for this revision. It was part of a grant partnership with Fox Wolf Watershed Alliance that was started in 2017, actually 2018. And one of those grant deliverables was to update our strategic management plan for invasive species. And this document, actually a number of you may have been here in 2013 and recall when the original document was approved. So we're essentially just making it more current to today of new information, new procedures, new language, new practices, new partners. So it's pretty much just, like I say, bringing it up to today's current environment. I apologize for not using maybe track changes in Word. We just went ahead and started highlighting things that we wanted either added or deleted and kind of used red and yellow. So I apologize if that wasn't an easy way to follow, but that's kind of what we used. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions if there are.
Okay, are there any questions of Scott? Guess they're letting you off pretty easy, Scott.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, then, if you are in favor of Resolution 47-20, you would vote yes. And if you are not, you would vote no. Sandy, how do you wish to vote? Okay, 23 yes, 0 no, and 4 absent. The resolution has passed. Next item would be resolution number 48-20.
To approve combining the Inmate Welfare Fund and the Inmate Programming Fund accounts. Now therefore be it resolved by the Shawano County Board of Supervisors in session this 18th day of November, 2020, that the Inmate Welfare Fund and Inmate Programming Fund accounts are hereby combined into a Jail Operation and Inmate Welfare Fund account, with such funds being used for jail operations, expenditures, improvements, and inmate needs. Be it further resolved that all ordinary expenditures shall be approved by the jail administrator, and non-ordinary expenditures shall be approved by the Public Safety Committee with input from the jail administrator and finance director, submitted by the Executive Committee and the Public Safety Committee.
Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Richard Furfecki, seconded by Mike Wisner. Is there any questions or comments? It's basically combining the two funds into one, so they're easier to keep track of. And if there is any questions, Mr. Nelson, I'm sure would be happy to come up and answer them for you, but. Okay, I guess not. Seeing none, then we'll. Oh, all right. Deb? Can't hear you, Deb.
To authorize Shawano County to make application to the State of Wisconsin Department of Justice for law enforcement assistance to the Ho-Chunk Nation. Now therefore be it resolved by the Shawano County Board of Supervisors in session this 18th day of November, 2020, that Shawano County make application to the State of Wisconsin Department of Justice for law enforcement funding assistance in accordance with Wisconsin State Statutes Section 165.90 for the year 2021. Be it further resolved that a working agreement between the parties has been approved by the Shawano County Public Safety Committee, the Tribal Affairs Committee, and the Shawano County Corporation Council as required by the application prior to any funds being expended, submitted by the Public Safety Committee and the Tribal Affairs Committee.
Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Kathy Lupke, seconded by Gene Hoppy. This is usually an annual agreement that we make out, and the Ho-Chunk will receive a benefit of $19,386 through this application process. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, you are in favor of voting for resolution number 49-20, you would vote yes. If not, you would vote no. Sandy? 23 yes, 0 no, and 4 absent. The resolution has passed. Item number 12, resolution 50-20.
To authorize the application to the State Department of Justice for law enforcement aids for the Stockbridge-Muncie Reservation. Now therefore be it resolved by the Shawano County Board of Supervisors in session this 18th day of November, 2020, that Shawano County make application to the State Department of Justice for law enforcement aids in accordance with Wisconsin statutes, Section 165.90, for the year 2021. Be it further resolved that reimbursement of all appropriate grant monies from the state of Wisconsin to the Stockbridge-Muncie tribe will be for the actual amounts up to the allotted portion of the grant funds. If the grant funds are expended prior to the end of the calendar year, no further reimbursement is allowed. Be it further resolved that the working agreements between the parties must be approved by the Public Safety Committee, the Tribal Affairs Committee, and the Corporation Council as part of the application to the state of Wisconsin and prior to any funds being expended. Submitted by the Public Safety Committee and the Tribal Affairs Committee.
Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Tess, seconded by Milton Markwart. This basically is the same agreement that we have every year. The Stockbridge will receive $26,915, which will help them benefit for their services. They do have a few things that they disagree on with this agreement, but I've been talking with Joel, and we'll see if we can get things worked out. They're not major items, I don't believe, and most of it would depend on a little leeway from the sheriff, possibly, but we'll work on that. Is there any questions or comments on the agreement? Seeing none, then if you are in favor, you would vote yes. If you are opposed, you would vote no. Sandy? Here. 22 yes, 0 no, 1 abstention, and 4 absent. So the resolution has passed. But it's going to be a record. Okay. Item number 13, resolution number 51-20.
To approve a 3-year labor agreement between Shawano County and the Shawano County Deputy Sheriff's Association. Now therefore be it resolved by the Shawano County Board of Supervisors in session this 18th day of November 2020 that the revisions to the collective bargaining agreement as documented and set forth in the summary of recommended changes to the collective bargaining agreement attached hereto are hereby adopted effective January 1, 2021 through December 31st, 2023, submitted by the Executive Committee.
Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Gene Hoppy, seconded by Steve Geetz. Is there any questions or comments on it? Okay, and I have been informed, and Rachel has also, that they agreed to it. So it's just a formality of us passing it, and they're in full support. So she should go right through. Arlen?
Yes, I was just wondering how does the sheriff's department wages compared to the surrounding counties? Like we have had so much trouble like with the highway and all these other ones. I'm just wondering if the sheriff's department is even with the other counties or ahead or behind or?
If one of you guys would like to come up and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think the deputies are relatively close, and me and Rick went over for our tri-county meeting was this morning with the other counties, and since we were the first, that was the first thing they wanted to know is how much did we agree to? And it's basically 2% for the next 3 years, but I'll let them run through the details.
So when we look at the contracts, we're looking at where we are compared to other counties. So we rank them. Wapaka County, for instance, tends to pay a little bit higher than our county does. Menominee pays a little bit less. So looking at this contract compared to old contracts, where we're at and where they're at, we're maintaining about that same rank. So we're not paying more than we have in the past, and we're not paying less. So I don't know if that answers your question, but that's how we tend to look at where we rank. We're not getting ahead, we're not falling behind.
union, it helps them get that guaranteed raise or cost of living. For the county employees, if we miss a percentage with that step, they fall behind. The deputies are staying with other counties.
Okay, any other questions? Comments? Seeing none, then if you are in favor of Resolution 51-20, you would vote yes. If you are opposed, you would vote no. Sandy? 23 yes, 0 no, 4 absent. The resolution has passed. This is definitely a record. Item number 14, annual reports. The annual report for DHS 2020, 2019 PD&Z, and the register and probate are up this month. If anybody has any questions or comments, like usual, would you please contact the department head, and they'll be able to answer them for you much better than what I would. Item number 15, report by Finance Committee on general accounts and claims.
General accounts and claims for October are in the amount of $741,187.95.
Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Kevin Conrad, seconded by Terry Tipton. Is there any questions or comments? I see none. Then if you are in favor of paying general accounts, you would vote yes. If not, you would vote no. Sandy? 23 yes, 0 no, and 4 absent. So we'll get to pay everybody. The next item would be approval of the committee minutes. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Randy Young, seconded by Kathy Lubke. Are there any questions or comments or corrections? Okay. Seeing none, we can do this by acclamation. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Board member comments or new business to be considered at a future board meeting. Is there any comments any board members would like to make, or items that you think we should be discussing? Okay. We will move right on then to item number 18, claim report of County Board Supervisors mileage and per diem.
For today's meeting with 23 members, 4 members absent, a total of $2,390.46.
Is there a motion to approve? Motion by, you gotta, oh, that's right, you gotta get it, Kathy does, all right. Motion by Kathy, seconded by Steve Geets. Forget that's always gotta go to that corner seat. If there's any questions or comments? Okay, if you are in favor of getting paid for today, you would vote yes. If you're not, you would vote no. Sandy? 23 yes, 0 no, 4 absent. Item number 19, the next meeting is December 16th, 2020 at 3 p.m. And we are up to a motion to adjourn. Motion by Joe, seconded by Tess. All those in favor say aye. Aye. We are done. See, Jerry, no, that's how you should have been doing this for all these years.